San-marga means Sat-marga, path of the truth. There is nobody in this world want to be told a lie. If somebody says, I'm going to tell you a lie, you like it? You will ask immediately why. Everybody wants the truth. Nobody says, okay, tell me the lie. Interesting thing is, one who lies knows the truth. Can without knowing the truth, can you lie? That's why the lawyers are all wearing white dress and over that they wear black coat. White means I know the truth, but I won't tell. They are called liars. Sorry, lawyers.
Actually, none of our lawyers.
No.
So, Sat Marga means path of the truth. Sat Marga. Marga means path. So, Bhagavad-Gita is that which shows the way of truth. What is the truth? That which cannot be hidden for a long time. Like sun cannot be hidden for too long. Can you hide the sun? How long? You close your eyes. You don't see it, but that doesn't disappear. Satyameva jayate. This is in India's Bharata. And if you see currency, it is written Satyameva jayate. It is coming from Upanishad actually. Satyameva jayate. And in the Upanishad it is said Nanrutam. One more is there. Truth alone trumps, not the untruth. Anrutam means untruth. So complete statement is Satyameva jayate nanrutam. Truth alone trumps, not the untruth. So in Bharatiya culture, there is no mention of God. Unlike if you look at the American currency, it's written, in God we trust. Right? But in Indian currency, you will not find God name. It says, Satyameva jayate. Kyun? Satya hi Bhagavat Swarup hai. Bhagavan, the Lord, is in the form of truth. And by definition, truth is that which doesn't change. Trikale api abhadita vastu satyam. That which does not change in 3 periods of time is called the truth. What was there in the past, which is there now, and which will be there forever, that is called truth. That which is constantly changing, then it is called anrutam, untruth. So, in Hindu culture, God is not mentioned. It is truth. Therefore, if at all, if you want to define God, first definition of God is Sat. Second is Chit. And third is Anand. Satyam is the first and foremost nature of Bhagavan. So, San-marga-darshikaayai means one who shows the path of the truth, meaning shows the path towards the truth. Shows the path to God. Today also in the Balviyar class, 2 questions came to me. One in the 5th grade, another one is from the 3rd grade. So one boy asked me, how do you prove the existence of God? A 5-year-old, 5th grader, how do you prove the existence of God? So I said, okay, in this classroom, one who is absent, please raise your hand. So they will look to him, how can a person who is absent can raise the hand? I said, that means what? You know you are present, right? Have you ever experienced your own absence? मैं नहीं हूं, ऐसा कुछ experience होता है? So that means what you are is always there. You are always there. So that one which is always there is Sat. And that is Bhagavan. That's what you are. So this is a fifth grader. Second session, third grade. One boy got raised. I have a question. How do you prove that you are immortal? The teacher was surprised. What? What kind of a question is that from going from a third grader? I'm not joking. How do you prove that a person you are immortal? I never expect that kind of a question from a third grader. I said, what dies is not you. That you should understand. What is dying is not you. What is not dying is you. And what is not dying is always there, same as the previous answer. He looked at me very strangely. What does it mean? I said, are you here? Yes. If all of us in this room say you are not here, what is your answer? If all of us say you are not here, but you see me, let us say none of us are seeing you. None of us are seeing you, hearing or tasting or smelling or even touching you. Will you still exist? Of course I am. So I said, when you get up in the morning, you have to ask your mother, Mom, am I here? He started laughing. Or you have to go to the mirror and look at your body and say, I'm here. He laughed and said, no, I know even without that. That is Sat. That is immortal. So, San-marga-darshikaayai Namah, meaning Gita is that which shows the path towards God who is immortal. Now, in our mind, as Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, what we take up seriously to pursue in our life is that in which we have faith. And not all of them have the same thing. Somebody has faith in business. Somebody has faith in sports. Somebody has faith in making money in any other way. In general, somebody has faith in money. Money can give me everything. If that is his faith, her faith. So, what do you think that person would be constantly thinking about that only? In other words, what you have faith in, that is what occupies your mind. Bhagavan says, Sattvanurupa sarvasya shraddha bhavati bharata yo yashraddha sayeva saha. Sattvanurupa sarvasya shraddha bhavati. Everybody's mind is deciding or occupied with what one has faith in. Shraddhamayoyam purushaha yo yashraddha sayeva saha. A person is none other than what his faith is, and therefore mind is always occupied with what one who believes in. If I believe in money, I'll be thinking about money. If I believe in something else, that I'll be thinking only that. One who believes in God, he will think about God. So, Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, therefore, think about what is the truth. Understand what is truth. Understand what is everlasting. Then, you don't need to struggle to think about God. As much as I said, if somebody comes and says, you don't exist, even if he says 100 times, you will not believe that. Why? Because it is very evident to me that I can never be absent. Even if the whole world says you don't exist. I exist. You may not see. Some time back I saw a movie, long time back. Robin Williams, I think he's the actor, right? He died away recently.
Yeah.
Robin Williams, he's a very fine actor. In that movie, I've narrated this to many places, many people also about that movie. First scene, he dies in an accident. And then he did not know that he died. So he sees his body. Nobody else is seeing it, but he doesn't know that nobody sees him. So after he met with an accident and he become unconscious and gets up, and he thought everything he sees, something is going, police is coming and then doing something, and he just started to walk away. And my car is trashed. So, okay, let me go and call the insurance company. So he just walks away. And then he goes home. And his wife by that time had come to know that he met with an accident and died. She was crying. So he goes and sits next to her. Why are you crying? I'm here. But she can't hear. She can't see. Hi, I'm here. And he touches her. And she's not seem to be responding. She's getting worried about it now. So he looks at it, why is she, I'm so much time I'm telling her not to. And then suddenly he sees his friend who died 1 year back, standing next to him. Hey, you're dead, right? Yes, you are also. That is when he realized that he's dead. And he, as an actor, he starts crying. Robin Williams. I think what dreams may come true or something like that. Very interesting. A lot of Vedanta in that. Lot of Vedanta. You will listen to this. You see that movie. It's very interesting. He said, what do you mean by I'm dead? I can see it. But you can see yourself, but nobody else can see you. The whole movie is about, how he overcomes that anguish and agitation and many other things. Anyway, so he talks to that guy, and where are you from? What are you doing here? This and that and all that. Then he asks his friend, so if I'm dead and you're dead, we are here, then what is heaven? Why am I not going to heaven? I'm supposed to go to heaven, right? I'm a good person. He said, you are going to be heaven. And here it is. So suddenly the whole scene changes. In fact, that particular movie got Oscar award on that particular year for technical excellence. So suddenly there's a beautiful garden. And he's right there. He looks at all of that beautiful garden. It's such a beautiful flowers and other things. But this garden, or this beautiful garden, I've seen it somewhere. So then his friend says, do you remember your wife is a very good artist, painter? And she painted this and hung it in your bedroom, and you every day look at it. Therefore, this garden which you're seeing is what you have been thinking.
Oh, wow.
What do you mean by that? He asked. You will go to the place which you constantly think.
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing. Shraddha mayoyam purushaha yoya shraddha sayeva saha. That's actually the theme of the movie. What dreams may come true. Meaning, what you constantly think is what you will be. So he says, such a beautiful garden. Yes. And he touches, it is a paint. That is the technical part of it. He goes and touches the flower, suddenly it gets paint. So anyway, and then he asks, if this is so beautiful and nice, where is God? So the friend makes a hole in that. Because the garden, and then suddenly he makes a hole out of it. Look through this. And he looks through that, there is another beautiful paradise, so-called paradise. And angels are moving about, and he said, that is where God is. So he said, how do I go there to God? He says, overcome this mind. Get out of this mind. This mind is holding you back. This place you are living is your mind. In this mind, you cannot come out unless you cross over from here to the next level. Overcome your mind, you will reach him. See, this is why I said it's a lot of philosophy in that movie. Coming back to our point, Bhagavan Krishna says, what you have faith is what you think, and what you think is what you will be. Even after your death. Bhagavan Krishna clearly says in many places, last minute also if you think about me, you will come to me. Prayana kale pichamam. Even at the last moment of your life, if you can think of me, you will reach me. But last minute, when is the last minute? We don't know. Or even if you know, this is my last minute, would you be thinking about God whom you never thought of before? When do you think about God? When you constantly think about God only, at the last minute also you'll think about Him. What you never thought of during your whole life, suddenly last minute you will think about Him. So, what is Sat? What is Satyam? First of all, it is that which never changes, that which is always there. And that is the nature of God. And if we have faith in many other things, our mind will be occupied with those things only. But if we can pay our attention to what is Sat, which is the nature of God, and I have faith in that God, then your mind will naturally, spontaneously, effortlessly go to that. That is what is called spiritual life, actually. It is not doing a japa or going to some temple or doing some nama japa, or all those things are preparations. Ultimately, after leaving this body, it is the mind that is going. Body is here. Whatever you do is here only. It is a mind that has moved on to a higher plane alone can lift itself to the higher level of experiences. And that is the reason why Bhagavan Krishna in Bhagavad-Gita also clearly points out, continuously think about what is real, Sat, and what is not real. Nitya anitya vastu vivekaha buddhihi, sattva buddhihi. San-marga is what? Clearly understanding what is real and clearly knowing what is not real, leaving aside what is not real, holding on to what is real. That is called San-marga. That is what is called path of the truth. Because what is real alone will be there forever. What is unreal will be there for a short time. And it will go away. Like the way you put the foundation 1, foundation 2. These are all unreal, Because at the end of the day, you have to unmask yourself. Nobody can see you at that time. Anyway, so unmask yourself. Then Asat, you become Asat. In Tamil, Asad means stupid. Asat only. So how to develop this constant attention on this Sat? That is called Sattvika Buddhi. We are now dealing with that in 18th chapter also. Maintaining Sattvika Buddhi. Maintaining the purity in our thoughts. Bhagavan Krishna says, Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatvat Prakashakam Anamayam. Tatra, there in the state of mind, Tattva is predominantly Nirmalam, pure. Nirmalatvat Prakashakam. That which is clean, transparent alone can be brilliant, shining, Anamayam, with no defects. So when you are buying a new phone, for example, you put a glass cover on it. What is it called? Protective film. Protective film. Why? Because you may be having oil in your hand, some dirt in the hand. So you want to protect that surface of that. So you put a film. And then that can be cleaned. And that film has to be transparent. Then only you can clearly see it. Similarly, the divinity, Bhagavan's presence is in us, and he can be seen clearly only when the mind has become nirmal, transparent. We always have a hidden agenda behind every transaction. That means we think something, we say something else. We think something, we behave differently, according to the people. We change our attitude and behavior according to person. Such kind of behavior will be so much of pain and agitation. A Mahatma is one who does not change his behavior, whomever he meets. He becomes transparent. He doesn't have any hidden agenda in dealing with people. Oh, this fellow will give me something. Let us talk to him in this way. That fellow is useless. Let us not worry about that. And I am not going to get anything out of this person. Why even talk to him? This is not the case with those people who are sattvic. Sattva means nirmala, meaning prakash. That alone it can be prakashakam. Prakasham karodi prakashakam. Satra sattvam. And what is the nature of, if a person has greater sattva, which is necessary for going in the San-marga, how do we know that we are developing this sattva in us? Now, I'll ask you this question. How do you know that you are healthy? What are the signs of being healthy?
Blood reports.
Hunger.
Blood reports.
Blood reports.
Blood report. No, not blood.
We don't feel any disease. Like we feel like.
How do you know?
Yes.
How do you know? What are the indications of being healthy?
We perform everyday duties without any complications.
Complication of what?
Like morning wake up, we eat, whole process goes on. And the next day we wakes up and the same routine.
Yeah, but that even as we do all these things,
Maybe when we get sick, then we realize what is up. That's how we.
I think the fact that we're normal is an indication that
normal. You think so? So it is said, the healthy body, to start with, healthy body is that which does not get tired while working. Number one. A good sleep without any disturbance. Second, hunger. Natural hunger, not how we're looking at the food. Natural hunger. Without looking at the food, you should get hungry. Not thinking about it. Body indicates that you are hungry, you please eat. Not that when I'm thinking about food or when you're looking at advertisement over pizza, I'm hungry now. Hunger, proper digestion, tirelessness in while working, good sleep. So these are all indicators. So when we understand the healthy body has got these indicators, what is the nature of healthy mind? The same way, what is a healthy mind? So Bhagavan Krishna clearly says, Sattvic mind is a healthy mind. And what are the indicators? Sarvadvareshu dehesmin prakasha upajayate jnanam yada tada vidya vivruddham sattvam ityuda. He says, from all the various faculties of your being, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, thinking, speaking, in all aspects of your personality, prakash ho jata hai. Brightness, brilliance comes. Your thinking is clear, your seeing is clear, your hearing means not physically hearing. Your ability to understand, ability to think, ability to perceive, ability to engage in all aspects. Sarvadvareshu dehesmin prakasha upajayate. There is brilliance coming. Jnanam yata tada vidya. That is called jnanam. Because nature of sattva is jnana, knowledge. Jnanam yata tada vidya sattvam vivruddham iti uchyate. That's when the increase of sattva. As opposed to when it is rajas, it is more of agitation, unhappiness, discontentment, dissatisfaction, complaining, jealousy, greed, extreme passion. These are all indicators of rajas. You cannot tolerate others' progress. You do not, somebody else praising somebody else, you cannot tolerate. You cannot even tolerate somebody telling you about your own setbacks, your own limitations. You are not ready to accept that. These are all indicators of unhealthy state of mind, which is rajas. Tamas, on the other hand, मेरे कुछ नहीं मुझे करना है. Indulgence, sleep, loathsome, postponing every work, laziness, procrastination. These are all. I don't need to go so far. You look at your teenager, you will understand. Karo, aaj nahi kal karo. Indulgence in games, not taking anything seriously. These are all the indicators. That is indicators of tamas, darkness, ignorance. So sattva, on the other hand, eagerness to learn, eagerness to grow, eagerness to understand. That is called sattva. And Bhagavan Krishna says very clearly that we are now as human beings. Most of us are. I don't say everybody, but most of us. Now, as human being, what should be our motive to move upward? From this level, we have to go further up. Further up, what I mean, doesn't mean going to heaven, etc. But in our thinking, we should grow. In our way of dealing with our situations, we should become better. Therefore, he says, Urdhvam gacchanti sattvastaha. Those who maintain sattva, they move upward. Madhye tishtanti rajasaha. Those who are agitated, disturbed, jealous, and then complaining, they remain here only. Status quo. And then he says, Jaganya guna vrittastaha ado gacchanti. They go down. Down means what? Crocodiles, fish, cockroaches, worms. Become lesser devolved being. See, soul is the same. Body becomes different. Think about it. You are now forcefully taken out and put in a crocodile's body. What will you do? What will you do? Tell me. You have to, you're caught in a prison. Cannot get out. And you know that you're suffering. You cannot do anything. You cannot act or behave like a human. Nor you can think like a human. The faculty is not there. So you are caught in a situation where you have to consciously suffer. You understand that? We as human being presently, we are taking it for granted, everything. No? Our body is there, human body is there, I can do that, I can think, all that. So we are taking it for granted. The next level is, as you think it will happen. Physically, you don't need to act. This is called a state of evolution. That doesn't mean you think wrong. That is why sattva urdhvam gacchanti. Your sankalpa will become reality. You, as you think about it, it will happen. Because that much of elevation you take, your ability to foresee things are much better. You know, see, for example, if somebody is talking about what will happen in 20 years from today, it's only a supposition. It may be a possibility. It may be one's possible dream or thought. But when Mahatmas say it will happen, they're not talking about a possibility. They see it happening. That's why in our Puranas and all, you will see Rishis would say that is going to happen. And they will say what they say is going to happen. Because they are elevated in their sattva. They are more closer to the God's presence. Therefore, they know it. So, urdhvam gacchanti sattvastaha, madhye tishtanti rajasaha, jaganya guna vrittastaha, adho gacchanti tamasaha. This is Bhagavad-Gita San-marga-darshika. She shows what is the Satmarga. Swamiji, where do we begin? Khane se. Because this is what our body is made of, food. In fact, a part of your food goes through mind also. Your mind also is influenced by what you eat. Therefore, Bhagavan says, I'll tell you what are the kind of food you should eat to be sattvic. Ayus sattva bala arogya sukha priti vivardhanaha rasya snigdha stira hrudyaha ahara sattvika priyaha. It gives lays on that also. What kind of food you should eat. First one is Ayu. Ayu Vivardhana, meaning extends lifespan. So don't eat dead things. That will not extend your life. What is fresh? What is already having the energy of freshness? Organic food. If your food is kept in the fridge for 25 days and then you start eating that. Because the food that you are getting from the shops are also already 25 days old. And you keep it for in the fridge another 25 days. What does it have? Monkeys are very active. You know why? Because they directly take. They climb up the tree and then pick up and eat and die. Why? Because fresh, it's still alive. And why the animals are so alive and active? Because they eat fresh food only. Which animal is eating fridged food? And poor thing. A problem of us is we bring those cats at home and give them the stale food. The fellow is becoming fat and dies. Why? Because that is not the food they like. Well, unfortunately, we keep them at home and then give them that food. If left to themselves, they would not take it. They would not take stale food. Even a lion would not touch a meat which is old. It will hunt, freshly hunt. Blood should be hot and then only it will eat. Once it has become stale, it will leave it. All the jackals people will take it. They want Ayu Vivardhanaha, Sattva Vivardhanaha. It develops the mind correctly in positive way. Bala Vivardhanaha, that which gives you physical strength. Arogya Vivardhanaha, that which gives you health. Sukha Vivardhanaha, it brings you joy. Preeti Vivardhanaha, it brings about great delight. These are all the food one should eat. He doesn't say, eat, dal, roti. That's not what he's saying. He's saying, he's left to you. How do you interpret it is up to you. But eat food which is not stale. Eat food which are freshly made. Eat food which are not kept for a long time, either inside or outside. Inside, meaning fridge, outside, in the outside where you keep. Nowadays, the fruits only you keep outside. Earlier, they used to have beautiful smell and all the ants and other things will come. Now you keep anything, ants also don't come because they don't look at it and come. They only smell. They don't come at all. Why? Hey, hygiene doesn't even know that it is there. He'll go around it. Why? Because there is no freshness in that. And also it should have rasyaha. It should be tasty. I don't need to tell a Gujarati person how the taste can be done. Rasyaha. Rasya, I mean tasty. Snigdaha, meaning smooth. With sufficient quantity of ghee. Not too much. And ghee always should be added after it is cooked. If you add while cooking, it becomes fat. That's why in our tradition, after you put the rice, when it is steaming rice, you put ghee on that. But some people, while cooking the rice, they put the ghee inside. Oh my God. It's almost like frying. Snigdha means that which has oil substance. Because that's easy to digest. It will not have a trouble. Snigdha, stiraha, stable. Meaning it gives you once you eat that, it brings you the steadiness. It doesn't make you weak. Sufficient. And hridyaha, meaning what is suitable to your body. Not all food can be eaten by everybody. Certain things you have to avoid your unhealthy conditions. So these are the things Bhagavan says will make your mind also maintain sattva. So this way, then he talks about mind also. Mana prasada samyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samshuddhirityetad manasam tapa uchyate. About speech. Anudvekakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyaya abhyasanam cheva vakmayam tapa uchyate. So the entire Bhagavad-Gita, various ways, Bhagavan says, what is Sad-marga? Starting from what you think, what you keep as your faith. There onwards it starts, and Satya means nature of God. That is of the nature. Truth is God. Truth is immortal. Truth is everlasting. Truth doesn't change. And bring your mind to that. And the expression of that sattva is brilliance in every aspect of your personality. Eat sattvic food. Be in the company of those who are sattvic. Be ever exposed to what is true by listening to the correct understanding, satsanga, etc. This is called satsanga. Sat ke saath sang hona chahiye. Not samsanga. You see, samsanga is what you have there. Satsanga is what you have to do. So this way, first name is taken now. Second name is Triloki-poojyaayai Namah. Bhagavad-Gita is considered as that which is worshipped in all the three worlds. Now, I was thinking about it, why that particular thing is given by our Guruji who composed it. You know the story that Ganga pehle Swarga mein tha. Ganga ji was only in Swarga. She was the celestial water of the heavens. But then Bhagirath wanted to give salvation to his ancestors. He started to meditate because he was told that only the Ganga can help. When the Ganga water comes, all those people who have been cursed, by his ancestors who were cursed, will get revived and they get solace, or they get their salvation only when the Ganges water is used. That's why even in today's tradition, in the Hindu tradition, if a person has passed away, they first offer Ganges water to that person who is dying. Why? Because that will become Punya Tirtha. Punya, that's most precious. I was not a believer of that before. How can that be? What is it? It's all kind of a belief. So, Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Sakrita Biyena Murari Samarcha, Bhagavad-Gita Kinchita Tita, Ganga Jalalava Kanika Pita, Sakrita Biyena Murari Samarcha, Kriyate Tasya na Yamena na Charcha, Bhaja Govindam. Study Gita even few verses a day. Take the water of Ganges do the worship of Bhagavan every day, then Yama will not even come anywhere arguing with you. He will come, but not argue with you. Argue means what? You will be ready to go and he will have no problem with you. He will go only to the higher level, not going taking you to the down. Kriyate tasya yamena na charcha. So why is it Ganga and Gita are connected? Just like Ganga was coming from the heavens and Bhagirath had out of his deep contemplation and prayer brought it down to the earth. As you know the story, that it came down, it came very fast. Then one Muni was sitting there and she was dancing and coming very fast and he got disturbed. His name is Jaknu Muni. His name is Jaknu. And he swallowed her. You are making too much of noise. And Bhagirath said, Are, I have made so much of meditation to get her. And now you took it? Please give it back. So then it came out. Therefore she is called Jahnavi. Jahnavi means Jagnuna Munina. So by the Jagnu Muni, from him she came out again. Again when she came out, she was so forceful. Then Bhagavan Shankar put it in his coil, kept it there. Again, Bhagirath, please give me back. Then it slowly came out of Bhagavan's head. So that is why it is Gangaji is from Bhagavan Shiva's head. So from heaven it came down to the earth, and only to make sure that these Bhagirathas ancestors are all given solace or given salvation. After that, it went down to the third level, to the Patal, to help those people also. So just like Ganges came from the heaven to the earth and then even to the lower world, similarly, Gita is given to whom? By Bhagavan, it is given to Arjuna. That is at the earthly level. But he said, in 4th chapter, he said, I gave this knowledge to Sun in the beginning of the universe. Imam vivasvate yogam proktavanaham avyayam vivasvan manave praha manurikshvakave pravid evam parampara praptam imam rajashayo viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. I gave this knowledge at the beginning of the creation to Lord Sun. Meaning, before the creation of the earth. In the heavens, I gave this knowledge to Surya Bhagavan. So, originally it is in the heaven. Then it comes to earth when Krishna started to talk to the Arjuna. Now, those people who have gained this knowledge, correct knowledge, they not only serve the human beings, they serve other living beings also. Meaning the Gita helps the individuals to not only treat the human beings well, because they are also expression of Bhagavan, but also even the other living beings are benefited out of the same knowledge. Therefore, Triloki-poojyaayai Namah. She is worshipped in all the 3 worlds because it helps all the 3 worlds. Because in Gita he says a person who gained this knowledge is a Samadarshi, a person of equal vision, balanced vision. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini shunichaiva svapake cha panditaha samadarshinaha. A person who has gained this knowledge of Gita is the one who has equal vision, whether he is meeting a Brahmana with knowledge and humility, or he meets a dog eater who is of the lower level of strata of life, or even a dog. Sunicheva swapake cha panditaha samakshinah. So for that person of knowledge, everything is equal. So that Gita helps even those people who are in the lower level, or even if you consider a person is a sinner, living a very sinful life. Bhagavan says, even if you are the most wanted sinner, if you rightly understand your life and change, you will be given salvation. That is Gita. The last name that we take is Arjuna-vishaada-haarinyai Namah. The first chapter begins with despondency of Arjuna. Vishada means despondency. Vishada. In Sanskrit, sad means to sit. Sad, sidati. Sitting. When you sit well, it becomes prasad. And the place where you sit is called asan. Asidati asanam. So is it the yoga asan? What is called? That asan means what? It's not a seat. Posture. So the way you sit or the way you place yourself, that is called asana. Yoga asana. Therefore, yoga is not some asana. Yoga may just what position you take, that's called yoga asana. It can be vajra asana. It can be pavana mukta asana. It can be shavasana. Shivasana. But a mind which is not able to settle down quietly, lot of disturbance, lot of agitation, lot of uncertainty, that's called vishada. Visada. Prasada. Asada. So that you understand. Sad is the word in Sanskrit, that's how it has to be understood. So vishada means a despondency, a kind of sorrow. And Arjuna had the sorrow. Gurudev calls it as psychological issue. What is the problem with Arjuna? He was strong. He was a great warrior. He was all powerful. But yet, mind became confused. Two things. Shoka and moha. Shoka means sorrow. Moha means delusion. He is unclear about what to do. Moha. Because he is unclear about to do, he feels himself so lost. This is called Arjuna-vishaada-yoga, grief. Arjuna's grief is the first chapter. So what does he say? Naja shreyānupashyāmi atva svajanamāhave nakankshe vijayam krishna nacha rajyam sukanicha. I cannot go and fight this war because it's all my own people. Pashyami, I don't see anything good in this. Killing my own people. Hatva svajanamāhave, in this yuddha, killing my own people, how can I be happy? Nacha rajyam, na sukam. I don't want anything. Na kankshe. Nahi prapashyami mama panutyat yatsho gamucho shanam indriyanam. I do not see any solution to overcome my sorrow here. Interesting thing is, all the 5 Pandavas, they are there in that war. Only Arjuna had this problem. Yudhishthira had no issue. Why Yudhishthira had no issue? Because he completely believed what Krishna says is what is going to happen. Whatever Krishna says, I'll just do it. So he total Sharanagati. In the case of Bhima, he was waiting to kill. No question of any doubt. I am here to kill that fellow. First of all, the Dushasana. Duryodhana. This Karna. No problem. He's a Tagda Admi. Nakula and Sahadev, obviously, they are not as prominent. But so, Arjuna is the only one who had the issue. He was thinking, now, whether I'm doing the right thing or not. So only when he started to think, he realized that he's going to make a big mistake. Avapya bhumam avasapatna mrityam rajyam suranam abhichatipatyam. Even if I get the heavenly abode or the earthly abode where there is no challenger for me, even then my shokam, my sorrow of killing my own people will not end. Therefore, he is despondent. The entire Bhagavad-Gita is only a conversation. Bhagavan Krishna speaking to Arjuna. That's all he did. No magic here. It's only teaching. It is only communicating. It's only conversation. I always say it's conversation, not conversion. He's only conversing. He's only talking to him. By just talking to him, he changed his mind. Therefore, all the psychological counselors have to read Bhagavad-Gita. How effective is counseling? Because he's only doing counseling there. Talking to him and making sense out of him. So at the end of Bhagavad-Gita, in 18th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna asked this question. I have told you all these things. I talked about karma, bhakti, yoga, jnanam. I showed my Vishwarup also. You know my glory. You know me as Ishvara, the Lord. I know who. I told you what is a bhakta, what is guna. All those details having been explained to him. You know what he's asking finally? Kachite tat srutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa. Arjuna, hey Partha, did you really listen what it's saying? Kachideda shrutam. Did you hear what I said? Hey Partha, tvaya ekagrena chetasa, with one-pointed attention. Do you listen to me? Kachit ajnana sammoha pranashtaha te dhananjaya. Have your delusion destroyed finally? After talking to him so much, he's simply asking, did you really listen? Did your delusion gone finally? Because otherwise it's such a waste. When Bhagavan asked this question, what is the answer Arjuna gives? Nashto mohas smritirlabdha. My delusion completely gone. I regained my understanding. Tat prasadat maya achyuta. By your grace alone, O Achyuta. Otherwise I would not have, come to any conclusion at all. I listened to you, my delusion completely gone. Sthitosmi gata sandeha. I'm now standing firm with absolutely no doubt in my mind. Karishye vachanam tava. Whatever you're saying, I'm ready to do. To come to that point of conviction, come to the point of total surrender to Bhagavan's words, happened after so much of talking. But Bhagavad-Gita finally achieved that. What did it achieve? Arjuna-vishaada-haarinyai Namah. It destroyed the Vishada, destroyed the sorrow of despondency of Arjuna. If it can remove the despondency of Arjuna, why not it remove our despondency? We are also equally confused about many things. So finally, Bhagavan, what he says? Ma shuchaha. Don't worry. Because you will also be able to come out of this confusion of life. So Bhagavad-Gita removes not only Arjuna's Vishada, Sarvajanana Vishada, of everybody's despondency, agitation. That's why we glorify Bhagavad-Gita as the mother who lovingly gives the correct knowledge. And that is how Gurudev was so dedicatedly over 40 years. He continuously engaged in carrying the message of knowledge of Bhagavad-Gita to everyone. With so much of enthusiasm. Because once I benefited out of something, I should not keep quiet. I should tell everybody. So that is how Gurudev was. Please understand, why are you going through this miserable experience? You just can come out of it. Listen to this. Right. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.